Roquan Smith not only heard everything that was said about him being sluggish and him being out of shape, but he responded to it in a big way. Let's hear exactly what he had to say.
How do you feel physically going into this year? There's been some talk, anonymous people. What do you say to the people? I saw the anonymous source that said you were maybe overweight last year. Mm-hmm. Kyle Van Noy came at him. That was pretty fun. Put your name on it.
Put your name on it.
That's a good teammate. Do you feel good going into this camp?
Yeah, no, I feel really good. Probably the best I've felt in a while, like going into this camp. Really good, healthy, so excited about that. And at the end of the day, yeah, like there were plays and things like that last year, but I think obviously it's not to my standard, but I was all pro, if I'm not mistaken. Pro Bowl as well. So whoever it is, yeah, they can just say it. If I say something, I would say it. But tune in. Yesterday is the past. Tune in this coming season, and we'll see.
Listen, as someone who gets called fat a lot online, you just got to block out the haters. Don't listen to them. And I would assume that you should just take a picture with your shirt off. Yeah. Like, I'm not fat.
Yeah.
Look at this. It would shut everyone up pretty quickly.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah.
Is it weird, though, to have those type of criticisms where it's like, you know your body, you know your play? Like, when you see that online, are you like, what's going on? Who's saying this?
Yeah, I don't really care too much about it, truth be told. And I honestly didn't see it. I found out one of my homies from home actually sent it to me, like, after I got up in camp and said, hey, bro, some people are, like, talking. Because normally I don't have, like, Twitter or anything like that. And people not tagging me in those type things on, like, Instagram and stuff like that. So I don't really see it. But obviously, if I feel a certain way, I would normally say something.
Before Roquan Smith even said a word in that interview, he had already responded to what the critics had said. Because if you just look at him, you can tell that physically he looks a lot slimmer. He looks like he is in some phenomenal shape. Not that he necessarily wasn't last year, but he just looks like a completely new, slimmer version of Roquan Smith. And while he is a big talker, Roquan Smith, he will say every single word in the dictionary and make up some own words when he's talking trash to upcoming opponents. But Roquan Smith, he didn't need to say anything in response to what that anonymous defensive assistant said, because he's already been showing it at training camp. Whenever we hear about Roquan Smith, we hear how he's been making a lot of plays, but the one that stuck out to me, that still sticks out to me, that I just can't forget, is when they said that he was going stride for stride with Justice Hill. Yes, Roquan Smith, Baltimore Ravens linebacker, Agent Zero Roquan Smith. He was going stride for stride with one of the fastest, not just one of the fastest running backs on the team, but one of the fastest players on the Baltimore Ravens. That's insane. That is insane. So that right there, that was response enough to what this anonymous defensive assistant said. But then Roquan Smith, of course, addressed it verbally as well. And I appreciated what he said, because he didn't even necessarily deny it from last year. He said, yeah, he know that there was some plays out there that ain't look so good. But he said, all right, last year was last year. Watch this year. So Roquan Smith, of course, he going to have his times when he go on a tangent and he be talking his trash and running his mouth. But Roquan Smith said, I am going to let my play do the talking in response to that. Now we done made it to my favorite part of the videos where we get to hear from you. If you would like to take part in it, send an email to teamkeepitclean@gmail.com, or you can go to patreon.com/Ingravenvids if you want to become a Team Keep It Clean patron and show the channel a little extra support that way. First question came from my guy Trowne. He said, what's good, Ingraven? First and second question since before the Bills game. Oof, been a little minute. He said, first off, do you still think it's possible that the Ravens re-sign Isaiah Likely, Mark Andrews takes a pay cut, and they let Charlie Kolar walk? If so or not, why? Oh, so re-signing Likely, yes. But you saying Mark Andrews taking a pay cut, it sounds like you talking about them signing him to a contract extension, because he's on the last year of his deal as well. All three tight ends on the last year of their deal. So I think Isaiah Likely stays for sure. Do I think it's possible that they do that? I think it is, but it's just highly unlikely. Why? Because Mark Andrews, baller, beast, one of the best tight ends in the league. And he could still go be a number one tight end somewhere else. Isaiah Likely is looking like he's going to assume that role for the Baltimore Ravens, whether it be this year or in the future, a little bit of both. But Mark Andrews, I'm sure he wouldn't want to take a back seat to Isaiah Likely. So in that case, he could go somewhere else. Like I remember my guy Nitro made a good point. He said, "Hey, Travis Kelce, he been talking about retirement for the past couple years. Could this be the year where he actually does retire?" Then the Chiefs will be all over Mark Andrews, quick, fast, and in a hurry. Imagine that. Oh boy, that would be pretty frustrating. But so again, it's possible, but I think it's very unlikely. And with Charlie Cola, I think everything depends on what the Baltimore Ravens do at tight end. I think with Charlie Cola, they will be able to sign him to a cheap deal, cheap extension, to keep him around. But yeah, as far as likely and Mandrew staying, I don't think that's going to end up happening. He said, second, what are the chances Emery gets the nod for the left guard position? I think he ends up, I don't even think he's going to play this year. I think he's going to end up on injury reserve and miss the entire season. But we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully he does get to battle for that guard spot, but we already about a week in a training camp. He been MIA because obviously he's dealing with the shoulder injury. He had surgery on it. So this could be a red shirt year for him. But, hey, we won't know till we know. He said, I know he was drafted as a tackle, but with both of our tackles being pretty future-based, guard may be his best chance to start. I'm excited to hear your thoughts, and thank you for everything that you do for this community that you created, and we helped make what it is. Thank you, GOAT. No, we ain't the GOAT, but no, y'all make it what it is. Y'all don't help make it what y'all make it what it is. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you very much, my friend. Next question came from my guy Melo. He said, what's up, Ingraven and Team Keep It Clean? I hope everyone is doing well and excited. I just got back from vacation, and we as a family agreed we will stay off of our phones. That's nice. That's tough. That's really, really tough. But that's nice because that's a real vacation. You all the way on vacation. You're like, oh, I'm chilling. I'm straight. I'm good. I'm vibing. So congrats to you. He said it was really hard to do. And, of course, the day I decided to peekaboo at YouTube, I saw the thumbnail of you with a frantic face and a Mike Green, baby. Chuck Smith voice in the background, and my heart fell because I assumed it was an injury. And rather than watch the video, I just turned my phone off and thought about it for hours. I have now learned it was just a contract, so thank goodness. And thank goodness that's behind the Ravens now. And I forgot which team, I think it was the 49ers that got the ball rolling with the second-round picks coming in. So shout out to the 49ers. We appreciate you. He said, the reason why I'm sending this in is just to provide some feedback about the merch on the website. I personally have been with your channel the longest, and I feel like you really involve all of us. That said, I think you should make the Team Keep It Clean logo bigger, like 5 times the size, and add some reference to the Ravens to it on the back or the side shoulder area. Add a QR code to your YouTube channel. These thoughts are all to help your channel grow as when we're wearing merch. Also, if you could swing it, go to the Miami game, and if you can't go to the game, all of us Florida Ravens fans should meet up somewhere to watch or stream the game. Oh, yeah, no. Going to the game that's definitely what we trying to make happen, for sure. And we trying to just all get together, just vibe, and we'll figure that out the closer that we get to it, though. But I appreciate you. As far as the merch, I do got some things that I want to fine-tune with that. I appreciate that feedback. I really do. Thank you for that, because that's real right there. That's real, and I appreciate it even more because it ain't coming from a place of hate. It ain't, and the way that you critiqued it and gave feedback and gave opinions on how to make it better. I love that because that's a skill right there. A lot of people don't have that skill. A lot of people, oh man, that's ugly. What? Yo, you stupid. You don't know how to design. What? Thank you for how you did that. I seriously appreciate you, my friend. Next question came from my guy Zlager. He said, good evening, my friend. I hope you and the family are doing well. I feel like Lamar Jackson is always going to be underrated or talked down. Take last year's game against Buffalo. Sure, he didn't play well in the first half, but he definitely picked it up in the second. If that had been Patrick Mahomes, people would be saying, well, he put them in a position to win. It's not his fault the tight end didn't catch the ball. You right. Wow. You are 1,000,000% right, my friend. Wow. That's such a good point. He said, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if when we win the Super Bowl this coming season, the media still tries to give the credit to someone else, like Derrick Henry or whoever else is easier for them to hype up. You know, if that ended up happening, there would be some media members that did that. But it would be like, hey, if Ravens got the Super Bowl, they got a Super Bowl, man. That'd be it. And that's that feeling that I would love to have. Like, look at the Eagles, for example. It's Jalen Hurts, the top 10 quarterback. I mean, you done heard everything going back and forth with Cam Newton and Ryan Clark and just all of them. But Jalen Hurts, the supporting cast is amazing. It's amazing. And Cam Newton made some really, really good points. Really, really good points. Jalen Hurts a baller, though, for sure. But if I was an Eagles fan, I'm like, okay, we got an amazing team. You want me to be mad at that? No. We have an amazing cast. You want me to be upset with that? No. We won a Super Bowl. So that's all that matters. So I want that same thing for the Baltimore Ravens. We know how great Lamar Jackson is of a quarterback. We know that. We know what he has to do week in, week out with this football team. And we know that he is extremely special. He is that guy. But now Ravens, they have this team, again, stacked. So many people calling, the best team in the league, the best roster in the league. Okay, whatever they need to do to win, get it done. Don't care about the rest. If Ravens are holding up the Super Bowl trophy at the end of the year, that would be the only thing that mattered. Next question came from my guy Jamarl. He said, what's up, Ingravenvids? I always stay locked in and watching your YouTube channel. I appreciate that, my friend. He said, I have a question for you. Tyrann Mathieu, a.k.a. the Honeybadger, retired a couple days ago. I think our Ravens should give him a call. I know we have elite talent at the cornerback position, but let's be greedy, LOL. What do you think, Ingraven? If he retired, then that means he don't feel like playing no more. He like, no. And I believe who still has his right? What team was he on? Or was he a free agent? If he was on a team and he decided to unretire, then that team will still have his rights, even though I hate that term. But they will still have the rights to his contract. So he will still be under contract with whatever team he was on. But if he was a free agent, then, yeah, none of that would matter. But, yeah, if he's, like, again, talking retirement, like, I don't want to play no more, then, yeah, his head might not be in the game, and that probably wouldn't be a good thing for the Ravens. Next question came from my guy, Davon. He said, hey, what's up, Ingraven? This is my first ever question to you. Just wanted to say I hope you and the fam are doing good and staying cool in that Florida heat. Oh, we trying to. We'd have made it to 100 degrees today, or the day of this recording. But, I feel like that's normal down here. It's hot. It's hot. But I would much rather appreciate the heat than the cold. I don't like the cold at all. But anyway, he said it. I hope you and the fam are doing good. But my question was, do you think that Zay Flowers can be the best deep threat on the team next year, given the fact that his game is going to open up even more and there's going to be less double teams on us since we are so stacked on offense? Will he be the best deep threat? No, I think that will go to either Rashad Bateman or Tejas Walker. Rashad Bateman, because he has something over Zay Flowers, which is the size. So that gives Lamar Jackson a bigger window and catch radius to throw to. With Zay Flowers, with him being a little shorter, he can obviously be a deep threat, but he would need more separation on the cornerback. But with Rashad Bateman, he will be able to make more contested catches than a Zay Flowers would be able to. So that would just add another element to his game. And with Rashad Bateman, they both got some nice speed. And again, it looked like Zay Flowers in that video where he was training with Goldfeet, it looked like he got even faster than he was. And Zay Flowers already fast. He already twitchy, but he looked like he got even faster. But yeah, so bottom line, Lamar Jackson got a great connection with both of them. He got an amazing connection with both of them, and that's a beautiful thing to see. But I'll probably give the nod to Rashad Bateman, but Zay Flowers can continue to be a great deep threat as well. And just continue to add even more elements to his game of what he's done this offseason. He said, it was just something that I was thinking about because I was watching Zay and Torrey Smith watch film, and I just thought about how his game can really open up next year. Oh, yeah, now you did point that out, which is a really good point. His game can open up because you talked about how there will be less double teams. So, yeah, it's like, who will you double team? You're going to double team Zay? Okay. What about Rashad Bateman? You're going to double team Bateman? Okay. What about DeAndre Hopkins? You're going to double team D-Hop? You're going to double team Mark Andrews? You're going to double team Isaiah Likely when he gets back? What are you going to do? Because we got somebody that's dangerous. Regardless of who you try to double team, we're going to have somebody ready to get down. So that's such a beautiful thing. He said, sorry for the long rant, but I just had a lot on my mind. But as always, stay blessed and safe. Hey, appreciate that, Davon.